run with the desire to win and with the belief that you can. It would be real hard to do this if you didn't have a strong inner sense that you can do this.
He does believe he can win. That was former New York City Mayor Rudy Giuliani on Hannity and Combs last night. Joining me right now with his perspective on the presidential race for 2008 with a major announcement, I understand, Texas Governor Rick Perry. Governor, welcome to Fox and Friends.
Good morning, Sean. How are you?
First off, yeah, Sean's coming up a little bit later on tonight, and actually we're going to replay some of Rudy Giuliani's interview with Sean, and that's going to come up later in the show. But, Governor, I understand that you have a major announcement.
Well, over the course of the next 12 months, Americans are going to sit and look and listen and try to make a decision on who they want to lead America in probably one of the most important times in our history with the war on terror going on. For the last 6 months, I have cogitated, I've looked, I've studied these candidates. Some of them I know very well, and came to the conclusion that the individual who can lead America with clarity, the individual who has the experience, the individual who cleaned up a city that was absolutely on its back is Mayor Rudy Giuliani, and I'm proudly and excitedly going to campaign for him and work for him.
Wow, that's huge news. Now, you were the first sitting governor to endorse a Republican candidate. Governor, was it a conversation? Was it a policy? Was it watching him in action? What was it that made you say, Rudy's my guy?
Well, it's all of the above. We spent an inordinate amount of time together over the course of the last 6 weeks talking about issues both on the phone and face-to-face. And I looked him in the eye and I asked him questions, on some issues that we don't agree on. But I don't get tied up with the process. What I look for is results. And Rudy Giuliani is the individual who will give us the results that will make America safer, that will move our economy forward, that will put strict constructionists on the Supreme Court, that covers a host of issues that are important to me and I think a lot of my colleagues and Americans as well.
Well, if Rudy Giuliani is going to become the next president, he needs the South. Does the South understand the former mayor from New York?
I think they understand the results that this individual put forth in New York City. When you start talking about strong on crime, you start talking about cutting the murder rates by upwards of 70%, 60% decrease in all crime. Those are issues that really resonate with certainly people from the South, and I will suggest to you all across America. I'm a governor who has a border with a foreign country, 1,200 miles with Mexico. We know that with surging troops in, putting the same type of operations in place that Mayor Giuliani did in New York City, that you can secure the border with Mexico. And that's exactly the same type of tactics that he used in New York City to turn it into a livable, good, and city that people are proud to call home today. So that's the type of effort that you will see out of Rudy Giuliani on the security of our border system.
You know, the recent poll out of the University of Texas in Austin says John McCain leads Texas, has a 4-point lead over Rudy Giuliani. Do you think that gap's going to close?
Well, I do. Senator McCain is a fine man, and I have great respect for his military service. But when you really look at the executive background here, when you see that Rudy Giuliani hadn't just talked about what he's going to do relative to border security, relative to keeping America safe, he's done it. We've seen the product of his ideas going forward, and that is the reason that I'm supporting him and supporting him in a very strong and proud way.
Governor, if asked, would you run with Rudy Giuliani for the presidency of the United States?
I got the best job in the world. Ask the president.
And he went on to become president, so he liked it enough to move on from there.
Look, I have no interest in going to Washington, D.C. It's not a place that I have passion about. I've got 3+ years left in my term as the governor of a great state that I might add, whose economy is doing quite well, and intend to do that and finish out that term.
Well, Governor, the secret's out now. Don't you have a formal announcement a little bit later today?
I do. Shortly we'll be with the mayor and making the formal announcement, and we're excited to be on his team.
All right. Well, Governor, we're excited that you decided to come on Fox and Friends this morning and make the initial announcement. Thanks so much for the exclusive.
Yes, sir.
All right, and good luck a little bit later on today. Governor Rick Perry.